We're going to continue with our image, and we're going to actually clean it up and remove some items that are a distraction or hurt the composition of our picture. We're going to do this with the Content Aware feature, which was introduced in CS5. I'm going to use the lasso tool, so I'm going to press the L on my keyboard to call that tool up. And I want the default lasso, so if you don't have the default lasso, you'll need to select it on your tools panel. Okay, when using the Content Aware command, you want to make a selection around what you want to remove. You want to make it a loose selection so that you're going into parts of the area that you actually want to replicate. So I'm going to click and drag with my lasso tool to make a loose selection around the tower. And remember, when you're working with this tool, when you let go, it's going to close and finalize your selection. So I was careful there at the building. I went across pretty straight. I didn't want to go into the building because I don't want that replaced. I just want the tower. So again, I've made a loose selection around the tower, and the Content Aware command is going to use similar content around my selection to replicate it and get rid of the tower. I'm going to click on my Edit menu, and I'm going to point to Fill. And you'll see under the Contents area under Use, we have different options. Content Aware is already selected, but here we could fill our selection with the foreground color or the background color, a color of our choice, a pattern, or even a history state. And then we have also black, gray, and white. So we do want Content Aware. We're going to click OK, and you'll see that the inside area of our selection was replaced. I'm going to press Command D, and let's go ahead and move off to the right a little bit, and let's remove that tower. So again, we're creating a loose selection, and it's suggested that you use one of the lasso tools or a marquee tool. You should not use the magic wand or the quick selection tool. You want to use something that's going to make a loose selection around your object that you're wanting to remove. So again, I'm going to point to Edit, Fill, make sure Content Aware is selected, and click OK. And Command D to remove the selection. So I can continue to clean up my image by selecting things that I would like to remove, Edit, Fill, and OK. So I got rid of that little light there on the left. If I'm not happy with what Content Aware did, in this case I'm not really thrilled with it, so I'm going to back up. I'm going to do Command Z, which brings back my selection, the Command Option Z, where it brings back what was already there before. I'm going to press Command D to remove that selection. Let me go ahead and zoom in, and I'm going to get my lasso tool again, and I'm going to try this again. So you'll notice that the selection that you create can change what is actually replaced inside there. So I'm going to try this again and see if we can get a better fill. And click OK. Oh, much better. Command D. And you'll see now that I don't have that extra dark blob that was kind of put there before. I'm going to double click on my hand tool to reset my image so that it fits my screen. And see, when we're zoomed out, it actually looks pretty good. I can't really see the selection and how it was replaced, because when we were zoomed in, you could see kind of that it was a patch. Okay, we could continue to clean those up, and you'll notice because we got rid of that tower there in the middle of the screen, we can still see it in the reflection in the water. So we want to get rid of that as well. So again, let me get my lasso tool, press the letter L on my keyboard, and this one I want to work in sections. I don't want to take the whole thing at one time. It's rather large, so I think I would be better off working little pieces a little bit at a time, and then choosing Edit, Fill, Content Aware, and clicking OK. If I take the whole strip of the reflection at one time, you'll notice that you will have probably a lot more errors than if you just took your time and did a little bit. So you can see where it kind of breaks off with the ripples. So I'm doing each of those sections. Command D to remove it, remove my selection. And again, I'm going in and I'm doing little pieces at a time. And I'm kind of letting the ripples show me where I should be making my loose selection around my area that I want to remove. Again, I'm clicking and dragging. Edit, Fill, Content Aware, click OK. And remember, if there's something you don't like, you just need to back up. Edit, Fill, Content Aware, click OK, Command D. And you can do that by clicking on Edit and doing step backwards. Or you can choose Window and point to History. And you'll see on the list, it'll actually show what we've done here. And I could just back up to the point where I last did my deselection, and it'll bring back the last thing I did. And I can come back down if I want to bring it back. So you'll see here I can actually back up on my history panel and undo a lot easier than continuously pressing Command Option Z. I'll go ahead and close my history panel, and I think I'm just going to do a little bit more here. And edit, fill, content aware, and click OK. Command D. Okay. It looks like the other tower we had here to the right of the large tower, I also need to remove that from the reflection. So again, make your selection, fill, content aware, and click OK. Shift F5 is bringing up my fill dialog box. I'm going to click OK, make another selection. Shift F5, return or enter for OK, remove my selection. Okay, and that looks pretty good. One more.